a lot of times the Mets and the Jets kind of get linked together. And we had a show before where we talked about
Mets moves, sure.
Mets moves. So we're gonna move to Jets moves. So I'm gonna leave you about let's start talking about some baffling Jets moves in general. I'm gonna leave it, Donnie. What's a Jet move that you?
A typical Jet move.
Thank you.
I'll give you two, and then you give whatever you feel like. I'll give you two. A typical Jet move is when they brought in Tebow and didn't use him. It had no effect on the team, but on the team's play.
Yeah.
But it destroyed them optically. All right, that's a Jets move. And then financially, a stupid move was signing Muhammad Wilkerson to a lot of money when he was half-hearted at best on a good day.
At best, you're right. At best.
Talking shit about people in the locker room, his teammates.
I have to say, one of my favorite. Oh, I had the ultimate Jet there. Yeah. One of my favorite plays in the Tim Tebow era was a very play that didn't matter at all. But they were facing I forgot what team they were facing, but it was one of the gadget plays where Tebow ran out as a wide receiver and Sanchez was quarterback. And it just, in my mind, I just felt like
Smith, yeah.
I just felt like Sanchez did this on purpose because he was just so upset. Tebow ran it down and out, and Sanchez threw it to him. He probably didn't think he was going to get thrown to him, just hit him right in the back of the head. Like, because Tebow, when the quarterback goes out, they just run around.
Yeah, sure,
I think Sanchez probably like, I can't believe this guy's on the field.
Well, no, because they actually did have Brad Smith who was successful at those types of things.
Yeah,
he was a guy that was a legitimate Pro Bowl gadget player.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll give you a Jets. Now, this really isn't a Jet move, but you just brought up the typical Jets was Geno Smith getting knocked out in the locker room. Can we?
Yeah, again, that's like
that
more
Tebow
style thing,
That is typical.
Yeah, in the
Jets.
press, they're a joke.
You're talking about Geno Smith. You're trying to talk him up, boom, 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 and then he gets knocked out.
A Hedebo or whatever the guy's name. The guy that he said owed him money for like a charity or something. Like it was a really weird
and they cut
event.
him and the Patriots picked him up.
Yeah.
No, but that's also.
Was in the NFL.
There we go. And
really?
In the
That's a big guess.
No, but like that's the thing.
Don't get on his bad side, Paul.
Yeah.
As a coach, you control your locker room.
Yeah.
And then once again,
that was with Rex Ryan.
Right, but he's a high.
He's a hothead.
He's gonna.
And it kind of went when that trickled down from the top of Rex Ryan's hothead.
Well, let's be honest. Rex Ryan's downturn was also his obsession.
Everything.
No, that's not, because that's good for a head coach, actually, especially since he had some success. His downturn was his love affair with Sanchez.
Okay,
he wanted to stay with him till the end.
There's a Jet move right there.
Yeah, very much so. He really could have moved on. Again, he was a defensive guy. He's like, we can move on from this, and I can rebuild with what I have. Still have a good defense. He loved Sanchez, and everybody else was over him.
Yeah,
everybody.
They trade up him. How about Brett Favre, too? You guys get Brett Favre for the 1 year where he wasn't that good.
That was actually a pretty good move, I thought.
They didn't make
pretty good.
But what I mean is compared to the year he was on the Packers, they made the championship game. Then he went to the Jets, wasn't that good. Then went to the Vikings and
NFC Championship.
So they had him the 1 year where he wasn't that good.
Right. No, but he started the year incredibly good.
They were like
but it's the thought of thinking about the future, too. It's like you have an old, guy at the end of his career. Like, you got to bring him for 1 year.
Yeah.
I'd rather suck and get a high draft pick. Built for the future. Get this out of here.
He's got the Favre jersey.
That's actually a fire jersey. I'm not going to lie.
It's nice. Very
I like that very much, yeah.
But, like...
The 1 year he was on the team, let's bring it out, boys.
It's just wrong.
That's a Hall of Famer still, though. That's a Hall of Famer. The jersey's still chill.
I love watching Brett Favre.
It's a wrong green. It's a wrong green.
He was. You always got to remember the packet green, but Favre was a great... Yeah, I'm going to let you hold it. Yeah. Favre was a great player. But it just happened... Jets had him in the year where he wasn't.
Yeah, they collapsed.
Yeah.
It was a collapse, by the way, because they did start well, from what I recall.
Well, yeah.
He was actually very good with them early.
But what was the mindset behind it? Like, did you expect him to play for 2 years with the Jets? And
probably be like a bridge the gap kind of guy and win.
And then they traded for Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
They got rid of Chad Pennington. It was the year they got rid of Chad Pennington.
By the way, Chad Pennington, a playoff quarterback.
Absolutely.
I'm not a big fan of Chad Pennington.
I love Chad Pennington.
Wait.
Yeah.
We gotta. I'm sorry. Hold on. We gotta. I'm gonna steer off worst Jet moves for 1 second because Rich just said to me something that I've never heard a Jet fan say in my entire life. You're not a fan of Chad Pennington?
No.
He's the best quarterback you guys have had.
You're being sarcastic, right? Because a lot of people, I do hear that from a lot of people.
I'm sorry. I'm not being sarcastic. Maybe
I actually did like him. I heard a lot of opposition.
Maybe I exaggerate a little bit. When I talk to Jet fans, honestly, Chad Pennington's the best quarterback you guys have had.
He did win.
I think he's the best quarterback you guys have had since I started watching football. So most people look high.
Testaverde was probably the best.
But for a longer period of time.
Oh, fair enough, yeah.
Most Jet fans I know speak highly of Chad Pennington.
Yeah, because again, he won. He was a playoff quarterback.
He was good for the Jets.
I think he's the best quarterback we had. Was a time manager and a game manager, and knows how to win games.
Yeah.
However,
he was very Alex Smith. That's what he was.
It was not very talented quarterback.
Great completion percentage, first of all.
Yeah, I thought he was
15
talented.
yards.
It doesn't matter. It was like
I thought he was
68%.
actually pretty talented. I got to be honest. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, Rick. Randy Moss. And when they asked Randy Moss who's the best quarterback I ever threw to him, you know who they said?
Chad Pennington?
And Marshall.
Marshall.
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon Marshall.
They played in college.
Oh, wait.
No, they played in college together, yeah.
Chad Pennington was the quarterback. Randy Moss was the wide receiver on the college Marshall.
But he played with fucking Brady. What are you talking about?
And he said Pennington.
I had to think about that for a moment.
Exactly.
I'm like, maybe Culpepper was still pretty good.
He said Pennington. He said Pennington, okay? He loved playing with Pennington.
I really had to think about that for a second. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Chad Pennington's his boy.
But no, I know that. By the way, Chad Pennington very friendly with a lot of players. He's also boys with Curtis Martin, like
okay,
some other guys.
I'll ask you one more Chad Pennington trivia now. I gave away the answer. Since Brady took over for the Patriots, they have not. They've won the division for every year except 2 years. The only teams to win the division that year were led by Chad Pennington, once with the Jets and once with the Dolphins.
I remember the Dolphins.
So Chad Pennington is the only other person to win the AFC East, except for Tom Brady in the last 18, 17
stats
years.
support it. You're right, stats support it. But at the end of the day,
and one of those was Matt Castle,
but they didn't win the division that year.
No, that's what I said.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Brady got hurt, and Chad Pennington won the division.
One was a Matt Castle year that he didn't, right?
Yeah. So. Pennington, he didn't put up the yards, Pennington, but his completion percentage was always great.
Again, solid quarterback. That's what I always thought.
He's solid. No, don't get me wrong. Solid. I think as a team
I think I talked you up to solid. I'm done. I think I talked you up to solid.
And before that, you'd have to go Testaverde and maybe Esiason, and he wasn't even at his best when he was there. He was
Ray
good.
Lucas? No love for Ray Lucas?
Not really.
Great.
Favorite Jet of all time?
Favorite Jet of all time.
That's what we're going to finish up before we get to the our Jets challenge. I want favorite
Jet of all time. Curtis Martin.
Same thing.
Okay.
And then my second would be
Paul said him too.
And then I have a close second and third, and that's Corbett and Keys.
Okay. That's who I thought was going to be number one. I wanted to see someone say Wayne Corbett.
No, he was the heart and soul of that team.
He was. Honestly, he was.
I also love Keys, who wasn't. He was hated after because he wanted to leave.
Corbett always went at it, right?
Yeah. Well, he hated it. Like, he didn't get along with anybody there. But he was still a phenomenal talent.
All right. Paul, I think Paul loved Wayne Corbett too. But how could you not like Wayne Corbett? It was just a tough. Fans love him because he wasn't the most talented guy.
He should have been.
the most talented guy.
And Curtis Martin, though, is one of the greatest running backs of all time. We had him, and he gave us the best production. He was our greatest running back of all time.
Go Bridgeside.